Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a project share of a tag flip that I made for Photos by Jersey Girl, who's having a challenge on her Instagram. The challenge is to either make something in pink and it's crafter's choice, or to make something in Alice in Wonderland theme. So as you can see by the tags that I have out right now, that I chose Alice in Wonderland themed. I've had this one paper pad from Echo Park for quite some time now and never had a chance to use it. And I had some other coordinating papers that went really well with the whole Alice in Wonderland theme. And therefore my crafter's choice was Alice in Wonderland. I mostly used blues and pinks throughout, and I'm just going to show you really quickly all the tags that I made. So the first one is this tag. It's just a cut apart from that paper pad, and all I had was a 6x6 paper pad. So this one is of her, chasing after the rabbit, and it just says, "Here we go." Add a bit of a border to this cut apart and an arrow. I also recently rewatched the Disney Alice in Wonderland movie, and it reminded me of a lot of things that I could incorporate into this tag flip. So this one is just a butterfly, and it has this Alice background on this Echo Park paper, and I really liked that it had butterflies, so that's why I stuck this thicker from the Willow Lane collection on it, and just added some gems and a little bit of gold thread. And in that Disney version of the movie, there are what they called, I think, bread and butterflies, so that's kind of funny. I don't know, I've never read the book by Lewis Carroll, so I don't know if that's a direct reference to something in the book. Here is a cut apart that says, "Do you suppose she's a wildflower?" And these flowers were gifted to me by Christian of Christian's Crafty Adventures. Hey Christian, if you're watching. And then I used puffy stickers from an Amy Tangerine puffy sticker set. So these flowers were just the right size for this tag. So yeah, it's quite simple. Then I just added a gold leaf die cut that I had. The next tag is again another item that Christian gifted me, and it's a to-go coffee cup, and I added the word "drink me," which is referenced in the movie and probably in the book as well, and I just added a puffy bow sticker and some gems. So that's a really simple tag flip there. So then the next one after that is a shaker, and I incorporated a cut apart in there, and it says, "We're all mad here." I followed the color scheme and used blues and pinks. So there's pom-poms, some iridescent pinks, iridescent blues, and little flower shapes. And then I used some fabric that I had on hand and punched that and added an eyelet. Next is another cut apart that says, "Would you like an adventure, or shall we have some tea first? Or shall we have our tea first?" And I used a wood veneer piece where I just trying to use up some of the pearl stickers that I have from the Dollar Tree and some other ones that I had from Daiso. And this heart one, I know you can get this at the Dollar Tree, but mine never had it. And Judy, who is Red Princess Designs, gifted that to me in a bow swap that we did recently. So thank you, Judy, for that. And then I added a Willow Lane teacup thicker here and just some iridescent tulle. And next, this is a Sizzix embossing folder that I bought not too long ago, and I think it's called like Poker Face or something. So it has kings, queens, and jack embossing folders in it, and the queen was just perfect for this. I just used gold foil paper, and again, these items in here, this red heart sequins and this felt, were also gifted to me by Judy, as well as this red glitter foam piece. So yeah, it's just a shaker, and I thought it was fun to incorporate this basically embossed piece with which I just fussy cut around, and Denise can just remove that and reuse it later on. Next is another cut apart. It says, I'm late for a very important date. And again, it's very simple. I just used a thicker from the Willow Lane collection, which is this clock, and added a paper ruffle, a puffy sticker that's an arrow, kind of like to point the direction that he's going in, or to point to this message, and added some gold mesh as well as some trim that I got from Daiso. But yeah, this one's just very simple. Next, this is one of my favorite tags in this set here. I recently bought a KS Craft cake stand die, and it comes with this cake shape along with the frosting and the cloche, as well as the cake stand itself. So it's a little bit tricky to put together. So you know, you don't have much room to work with on this cake stand. So what I did was I layered the cake on top of the cloche in order to kind of keep it all together. But I have this tag that says "Eat Me," and attach that with some Avril yarn. Put a bow on the cake stand, and then added some felt hearts that I cut out. And I also added some keys here, and this was made using, I layered up like 5 or 6 sheets of paper, and this is using a Sizzix die set that I had, which was actually a Tim Holtz Halloween set, and it had these keys, and I thought it was perfect to go in this tag flip because Alice tries to get through a number of doors in the movie, and she eats the cake, and then the door talks to her and says, "Hey, you forgot the keys." So that's why that's added here. Then next, another reference to the butterflies, this Echo Park paper here. I used the Sweet Story collection. Somehow the colors in that collection coordinated with this Echo Park collection. So these are just some die cut butterflies, and I used some hot pink thread for the body portion, but there's iridescent and just you know, pattern paper from that collection. And then next I have a little dangle, which I am going to put in front of this bag, which is from Daiso, and I just have some extra cut aparts from when I was working with the paper pad, and some foam hearts, which I got from Hobby Lobby. And then I added another one of those cake die cuts from that KS Craft die. I was going to incorporate 2 into this tag flip, but I ended up just using 1. And then lastly is just the trim. I just, again, focused on pinks and blues. Most of this trim is from Hobby Lobby. And also adding this different wire wrap beads. One says Denise, and again, pinks and blues. So let me assemble this really quick. So yeah, I had a lot of fun putting this together. Denise's challenge, she just extended it a few days ago, and it runs through April 22nd now. I think previously it ran to the end of March, but she realized that March can be a busy time for a lot of people. So yeah, I would recommend joining. It's a fairly easy challenge to craft for because it's crafter's choice. And you can also gain extra entries by reposting her challenge post and mentioning her, I think, weekly. I think every week you mention it, she adds an entry for you. So again, you can craft anything that's pink, crafter's choice, or Alice in Wonderland themed. So yeah, this is done, and I'm going to send this off to Denise. Denise, I hope you like what I made you. And everyone, thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.